I wanted to get into actually the Patriots draft and what they did throughout the draft. You know, a lot of people are definitely surprised that they moved back, they moved forward, they got some head scratchers. Um, you know, a lot of people are upset. You know, if you don't know their draft, I'm going to list them for you. Right there, their first pick, which they picked in the second round, was Kyle Duggar. He's a safety out of Lenore Rhyme. If you don't know where that is, we don't either, but that's a place in North Carolina, I believe.
I didn't know that.
I found this out yesterday. It's in North Carolina, Lenore Rhyme. He literally looks like a boy amongst men. Just like he's just tackling everything. He's around the ball at all times. But the competition, it's like I literally saw a quarterback throw him the ball. Like, all right, it shouldn't be that easy. You know
right, exactly.
And then the second pick was Josh Uche. He's this linebacker out of Michigan. Third, Afton Jennings. He's an edge linebacker from Alabama. Then they finally addressed the tight end need with Devin Asiasi, a tight end from UCLA, who I'm hearing has the best hands in the draft. He wasn't the best tight end in the draft, but he has the best hands in the draft, which was cool. And then they actually traded up. They traded 2 draft picks to actually get this other tight end, Dalton Keene. A lot of people are comparing him to George Kittle. I don't know about that.
I mean, you guys
I'm just like, relax, let him do what he do.
Right.
Then in the 5th round, the Patriots pull what they usually do, which is like surprise everybody and take picks that they shouldn't be picking. Where they pick them at is a kicker, Justin. I don't even know how I don't even know how to say his last name.
It's Wasser.
Wasser. Okay.
There you go.
Welcome to the team. We definitely needed another kicker.
We didn't have one, so we definitely
we could have, waited until the 6th round. And I heard he was like the number 3 kicker overall in the draft. But I heard he has a big leg, and you need that up here in the elements. So congrats to him. And then you got an offensive lineman, Mike Onwenu. He's like the biggest dude you'll ever see. Like, I think he has like size 38 arms or some shit like that. Like,
whoa.
What is that, bro? You got another guard who's a big guy, tall guy, Justin Herring, in the 6th round. And then the guy with the best name in the draft, I think, Cash Malua. He's a linebacker, Cash Malua. Call me Cash, baby. And then they doubled up with a center, which I think they need. The center from Memphis is Dustin Woodard, right? I know you guys probably never heard about any of these guys, but I know as Patriots fans and as, sports fans, period, as, analytical sports watchers, how do you guys feel about it? Because I know you guys are going to look up stats and watch the highlights and all that stuff. How you guys feeling?
So I was gonna grade the Patriots graph, and I was gonna give them a C plus.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed of our 2nd round pick. I thought we were gonna pick a quarterback. We didn't pick a quarterback.
Yeah.
I was happy with the tight end picks. We got 2 tight ends, and they seem good. One has great hands. One can block, and he can catch. So I thought that was really good. I thought we got the kicker was a good pick. Even though it's a kicker, and it was the first kicker taken off the board, I thought that was good. I actually was really excited about that.
That was the first special teamer period.
So exactly. So, but I was excited that we pick a kicker because we got rid of a kicker. And Bill Belichick might not be good at picking wide receivers. He might not be good at picking cornerbacks, but he's really good at picking up kickers. So
right.
I believe in.
That's true.
I believe in that one. That's literally the only draft pick I believe in besides the tight ends. But in general, I mean, I don't know the other players. They're not all gonna make they're not all gonna make the team. So we're just gonna wait to see. My only concern is now that coronavirus is active, they're not gonna get a chance to go to rookie mini camp. They're not gonna get a chance to go to training, to go to organized team activities, OCAs. So all that is gonna like take away from their development. So that sucks. But besides that, I like I said, I give the pictures a C. The only thing I want to mention, which John is gonna touch on later on, they did pick up and then drafted free agent QB. His name is Jamal Smith, and I watch a little bit of highlights on him this morning. I do like his quick release. He's a little bit short. He's only 6'1". Drew Brees is just 6 feet. He's like 6'1". So that's a little bit on the short side. So that's not quite good. But he's mobile. I saw highlights of him running around, scoring, running touchdowns. So I think that's good. And also he's black. And I told you guys already.
That's where you were going with this.
I told you guys already. I do like my black quarterbacks.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's me for the Patriots draft picks.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably say overall grade, if I had to give one, would be a C-. I've already talked about the second round pick, the D2 guy. I've already given my thoughts on him. I did like the two linebackers we got, though. The Michigan one I thought was good. He played with Chase Winovich, in college. They were college teammates.
Yeah.
So, and played really well with each other. They have good chemistry. So, and I saw some of his kicks and highlights, and it looked pretty good. I like what I saw. As well as, the linebacker from Alabama.
Yeah.
Looks like he's decent and he can play a little bit. I did like that they got a kicker.
Yeah.
They
needed that.
That's true. Much needed. Didn't have a kicker on the roster since Steven Gostkowski was released. Injured last year with the hip injury. Did like the tight ends. The tight ends, who seem like they, could be good additions because, we needed tight ends because realistically, guys, we didn't really have any tight ends on the roster.
Yeah.
I don't want to see another year of Matt Lacoste and Ryan Izzo both on the New England Patriots roster next year. Exactly. Who? As my friend Kevin James would say, shout out to him. He's a big pastor, and he's a guy that anytime the Pats pick someone up and he has no idea who they are, he always goes, "Who?"
That's usually a Pats fan who watches the draft, like, who?
Who the hell is that?
Like what? Like that's not going at all.
Right, exactly. There's quite a few Pats fans that have that reaction, particularly in the draft whenever the Patriots draft someone that no one knows who they are. So I thought the picks were okay overall. They drafted a couple of linemen as well. The one from Michigan.
That was well needed.
And the one from Memphis.
Yeah.
Right, and that Cash Madula, is he a linebacker?
He's a linebacker. Cash Malua. Okay, cool. That's a nice name. You'll learn his name throughout the preseason. He probably gets cut first wave.
Right. Like I think that most of these guys probably aren't gonna, make the team. Some of them at least will, but some won't make the team. I'm surprised, like Vlad said, they didn't draft a quarterback or draft a receiver, even though they got those in the undrafted, free agency. They addressed those positions, with draft pick Jamal Smith, and they actually I just saw recently today, as a matter of fact, that they got another undrafted free agent, Michigan State, a quarterback well. So now they have 4 quarterbacks on the roster, which is surprising since they only carry 3 at most.
Yeah.
But I feel that they, could have drafted better. The, draft picks are all right, and they at least addressed some needs on the roster. But we'll see how they pan out, and do once the training camp starts, and once they're able to start getting to work with the team. So yeah, but I feel like it could have been a better draft as well. I expected a little better from this Patriots draft as far as drafting more offensive weapons or more high impact players that can make immediate impact, because I don't know how maybe 1 or 2 guys can make immediate impact on this draft class, but I don't know how many guys are actually going to be able to do well immediately on the team next year. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, I thought it was an okay draft class.
Yeah. For me, I actually learned to stop grading the Patriots drafts a long time ago. Because it's disappointing sometimes, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. You spend all this time looking at the mock drafts all year. They're like, yeah, the Patriots are gonna pick this guy. Like all the draft experts, and then Bill Belichick's like, F you, bro. Like I'm gonna do something completely different. But I get that you draft guys that fit your needs and stuff like that. It's like you can find a guy that fits your needs and that's still good, bro. Like, come on, man. I know you don't want big personalities and stuff like that, but sometimes those guys win games. You know what I'm saying? Like, he likes to go against the norm. So I've learned not to grade the stuff, grade his drafts. But I did like the picks that he made. I felt like he addressed all the needs of the team, right? Like they needed a safety, he got a safety. We lost a couple linebackers, he got a couple linebackers. Our tight end unit sucked, he got a couple tight ends,
right.
Which actually the last time he got 2 tight ends. You guys remember the last time he got 2 tight ends?
Of course.
Hernandez, right?
Yeah, buddy. So, granted, he got him in the same round, right?
No, I think Gronk was the second.
No, not Gronk and Hernandez. I'm talking about these guys.
Yeah, that's right. They're in the same round.
Yeah, he got him in like the 5th round or something like that. 10 picks with between each other.
Right.
So he drafted that, and then he went offensive line. We needed a backup center because we lost Tag Terrace. He went to Miami. Our center was out all last year with blood clots and stuff like that. So I thought he addressed that, even though we don't know if he's actually going to make the team. But, unless they bring in another center to back him up, I think he might actually have a chance to make the team. Other than that, we had some lesser known names that are probably not going to make the team. They're kind of like camp bodies, right? Just so you can fill out your roster and things like that. Because some of these guys definitely don't make it, right? Some of these guys that get picked in the 6th and 7th round, they don't make it. But at the same time, this draft was like very important to the Patriots, because they lost a lot of pieces, and they saw something. Especially with their linebacker, Josh Uche. I'm hearing a lot of stuff about him actually being like the most athletic, linebacker in the whole draft, and he wasn't being talked about a lot. And it seems like the Patriots actually do that a lot, just pick guys that people don't really know about, but they know they're like ballers and stuff like that.
Right.
But at the same time, our system is complicated, so we don't know how fast they're going to acclimate into our system. And we don't know how well they're going to perform once they get here, right? But it seems they got some good picks. I took some time and I looked at their highlights and stuff like that, and it looks like we have some capable bodies. I like their linebackers, like you were saying.
For
We
sure.
feel like they got replacements for Collins and
Calvin or
and Van Noy.
Right.
With the way they play, you got an athletic guy and you got a thumper. With a kid from Alabama. Hey, they address their needs, and we'll see how that pans out. I wish we had a full training camp so that they can get acclimated to the system, like Vlad was saying. But unfortunately, all of the team have the same situation going on. So it's right. Another team is doing what we can't do right now. It's like we're all in the same boat, so we're gonna have to learn the best as we can. I know Bill Belichick hates technology, but he has a really good technology team. So I mean, it seems like he has a lot of good camera guys. So hopefully,
he can put that to good use this offseason, right?
Put that to good use instead of the stuff they usually talk to us about,
Right.
Instead of the stuff they blame us, about. So hopefully they do that thing. And I enjoyed the draft. I enjoyed the second day of the draft, them making all those picks, picking for their needs. And hopefully they pan out. We definitely need them. We definitely need them to. On top of that, they got some undrafted rookies too, like you guys were saying. Jamar Smith, he's a QB. They got some wide receivers, Will Hastings and Isaiah Zuber, Sean Riley. They got some wide receivers right there. They got a cornerback, Miles Bryant. They got another tight end, Rashad Berry. So now they got at least 3 tight ends coming in.
Well, they drafted Berry?
Rashad Berry, tight end from Ohio State.
Not our Berry.
No, not him.
Not Berry was. Not Berry G Money.
Nah, come on.
Not our Berry?
No, not him. I think he's the P-Money lifestyle. Come on.
I would really done the highlight of the P-Money lifestyle right there. If I was an undrafted free agent. Yeah. That would be awesome.
And they got lastly they signed a linebacker, John Harris. I think their roster is at 87 right now, so they need 3 more players. And then they signed Marquise Lee from the Jags over the off season. He's a free agent. He was a really good player in college. He was very explosive, but he hasn't reached his potential. Overall, I think the biggest winner of the draft is Jared Stidham, man. Like, you didn't draft anybody that could remotely compete with this guy. Unless this undrafted quarterback balls out of his mind. You know what I'm saying?
Brain comes out of nowhere.
Over shit. Jared Stidham, he's the front runner for the job. He's the guy. Like you guys said, we didn't draft any quarterbacks, man, and we were linked to every quarterback you could possibly imagine. Every expert was saying, "Oh, they gotta pick Jordan Love." It's like, no, we're not. We're gonna actually trade out of the first round altogether. So have fun with Jordan Love. So and I've heard a lot of stuff that Jordan Love is not any better than Jared Stidham is. So I think he's definitely the clear-cut winner. They just gave him some confidence, unless they're planning on starting Brian Hoyer.
I hope not.
Which is like shit. So you're really tanking for Lawrence.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or the other kid, Fields.
Yeah, I agree with you, John. I think as far as the Patriots goes, Jared Stidham is the winner just because they didn't draft his replacement or his competition. But I'm hopeful for Jamar Smith. So we'll see.
Roster or hopeful he gets the start?
I'm hopeful that he blows our minds away. That he.
Oh wow! High hopes.
Right.
I'm hoping he comes out of the woodwork and whoa, who's this little guy?
He's a young Russell.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you're reaching there, but
I know I am reaching. I'm 100% reaching.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're talking about what is it, Denny Etling type of stuff right there. Everybody thought that guy was gonna be the next guy.
Right, exactly.
That guy.
Right, really?
Etley?
Danny Etley.
Like the 7th rounder? Like,
Right.
I'm like, are you? Yeah, you out of your mind. Danny Etley. He was gonna be Tom Brady's replacement.
And he didn't even do that good in the preseason.
Bro, I think he ran the ball for like 87 yards or something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. His best plays were running plays. They weren't even throwing.
I was at that game, and then right before then, I left the game. And then I heard, I was talking to my brother. He was like, yo, that kid, Danny Etley, he just ripped off 87 yards. I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? I'm like, I'm getting to my whip because, getting shout outs to all the pro fans out there, man. If you stuck around and listened to the whole podcast, we like to get in depth with everything. So if you hang on with us and listen to the podcast, then we definitely appreciate you. Share it with your friends. Like we said, we're on YouTube. We got merch. We're on Instagram, ProFans_sports. We're there. We're on Facebook, ProFans. Twitter, ProFans Sports, actually. Facebook, ProFans Sports. If you want to catch up with us and, share your thoughts, you can email us, man. ProFansSports1@gmail.com. We usually get back to you within minutes, man. I think that's what the Facebook group says, that we get back to people within minutes. So I'm proud of that. Because we're listening to the fans, you know what I'm saying? The pro fans. All right, so with that said, man, hey, thank you guys for being here. Pro Fan Sports Podcast, where the fans of the pros go. We'll catch you guys next week, right?
Sounds good.
All right.
Peace.